The following matchup is being played with History Maker Baseball Full Play, a big league baseball simulation board game, your own baseball legacy on your game table. This game is a property of Play Games LLC, copyright 2013, all rights reserved. Welcome to today's episode of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. In today's episode, we are going to break out Full Play History Maker Baseball again as we are going to feature yet another memorable game from baseball history as we rewind the clock back to 2011, specifically October 22nd of 2011, as we are going to feature Game 3 of the 2011 World Series, the Albert Pujols game. Your probable starters for this matchup will be Kyle Loesch and Matt Harrison. And who will walk away from this contest? I guess you're going to have to find out sooner rather than later because first pitch is coming up next. But first, let's have a little look and say thank you to our official Play Game sponsors for sponsoring today's episode of MLB Memorable Games as part of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. We would like to take time to say thank you to our official Play Game sponsors for sponsoring today's episode of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. This episode, first of all, is being brought to you by your favorite Bitty Beer products. And again, if you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. Hey, it's a blend of hops, rice, and barley that gives Bitty Beer its taste. But we know better. It's our brewing process that gives our beer that one-of-a-kind flavor that no premium beer can match. Our vats have never been cleaned. There's an itty-bitty bit of history in every can. Bitty Beer, the beer for folks who can't afford better. And by Doc Cola, the official cola drink of the Play Games community. Doc Cola uses finest ingredients to bring you that sugary blast of caffeine you've come to know and love. Twice the sugar and 3 times the caffeine of any other major. Doc Cola is sure to keep fired up from dawn till dusk. Take the Doc Cola challenge. See why our customers agree you'll never be able to wean yourself from a refreshing Doc Cola. And by Pizza Kingdom, the official pizza joint of the Play Games community. Pizza Kingdom, our signature New York style pizza, starts with crust. Then we layer on our homemade pizza sauce and load your pizza up with mounds of cheese. When it comes out of the oven, piping hot, golden brown, and ready for you to enjoy. Then we give the majestic culinary work of art to Mikey, our 16-year-old delivery driver who has responsible as a treat. Pizza Kingdom, it's sheer perfection. Left the store. And by Suncoast Capital Banks. At Suncoast Capital, we live by one simple rule of investing. When our clients win, we win. When our clients lose, we win. Suncoast Capital, you know we're going to get all of your money anyway. And by Rubicon Wireless. Why pay $200 a month for wireless service when you get 4 lines for just $25 a month? With our tin can plan, you can access our wireless network that covers at 25% of coast to coast between the hours of 11 p.m. and 4:30 a.m. with unlimited text and messaging those hours, of course. So why overpay for services you cannot live out? Rubicon Wireless. We're just about ready and set to go for this memorable games matchup between the 2011 St. Louis Cardinals and the 2011 Texas Rangers, as we are featuring our final number player to wear the number 5 on the back of his jersey for Cinco de Mayo week in Albert Pujols. The lineup you are looking at is the exact same lineups that was used for Game 3 of the World Series from 2011, the Albert Pujols game. With that being said, let's hope we can try to repeat history here on the tabletop this time, as we have Matt Harrison going on the mound for the Rangers, and he will be opposed by Kyle Loesch on the other side of the first inning. With that being said, your lineups are out on screen. And with that being said, who's ready to play ball? I'm sure am. So let's get down to it here on MLB Memorable Games as we replay game number 3 of the World Series. We'll begin this memorable game with a 2-4-5. Hero on for call. He is not a hero batter. So therefore, it'll be a pop out to second, and that is going to be the first out of the contest. And we will have to go to the player experience chart for Alan Craig. We have an 11, prospect pitcher. Matt Harrison is not a prospect. So therefore, that is going to be the first strike 3 called of the ball game for Matt Harrison. And quickly, there are 2 outs. And here comes Albert Pujols off the main chart. 1-3-6, ace for Harrison. No. Whiffer or cold on Pujols. No. We're going to have a little bit of infield drama, folks. And we got a 26. Second baseman gold. The second baseman is Ian Kinsler in this one. He is a semi-gold. The decider die says he is not. So therefore, 26, here we are. It'll be a solid single in a center field. So put in Pujols on at first base for Matt Holliday. And we will go back off the main chart. With a 1-3-4. Gold catcher. The catcher in this game was Yorvi Torrealba. Let's see here. The lineup stated, yes, Torrealba was the catcher. He is not gold, however. So therefore, where are we? 1-3-4. Here we are. Champ on Holiday. No. We're going to have a little bit of outfield drama this time as we roll the 2d6 once more. With a 14, right fielder gold. The right fielder in this game was Nelson Cruz. He is not gold. So therefore, 14, right fielder gold. Cruz is not gold. So therefore, that is going to be another base hit, possibly an error. And we'll keep the decider die roll. And yes, sir, it will be an error if he's an iron fielder. Cruz is not iron, so therefore it will be a single, and it will be first and second with 2 gone. And we go to the player experience chart for Lance Berkman. Sorry about that, folks. Let me get the roll here for you. So Lance Berkman is the current player. As I lost my pawn here. And luckily enough, I have some more. We have a 26, and it looks like on the player experience, on the player experience, it says icon pitcher. Matt Harrison is the current pitcher. He's not an icon, so the batter is going to drop in a single over the second baseman's head. And that is going to be 3 straight hits here. So active runner on third. So there's not an active runner. Runners advance 1 base on singles, 2 base on doubles. Yep. So the bases are loaded for David Freese here in this one as we roll again off the main chart. 26, main chart. 4-5-5. Flash. Matt Harrison has semi-flash, and the decider die says he does not. Home run king. David Freese is not a home run king, so therefore that is going to be a ground out to first. And the Cardinals threaten but do not score. We head to the bottom half of the first here at the old Rangers ballpark in Arlington. The score is Cardinals nothing, and the Rangers are coming to bat. 1-3-3. Slugger. Ian Kinsler is not a slugger. That is going to be a fly out to left. And that is going to be the first out of the inning. And that is going to bring up Elvis Andrus. 3-4-5. Iron catcher. The catcher is Yadier Molina. He is not an iron catcher. Good eye. Andrus does not have a good eye, so therefore that is going to be a strike three called. And we go to the baseball right now chart for Josh Hamilton. And again, everyone is being treated as neutral for their first at bats, and for throughout the game, I should say. No one is going to take full advantage of hot or cold, depending on how they did in their last at bat. So with that being said, we go to Josh Hamilton with a 12. Hot batter, again, he is a neutral batter. This is his first at bat. So therefore, it'll be a ground out to short. And that is going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Loesch. As we head to the second inning here at the ballpark in Arlington, the score is Cardinals nothing and the Texas Rangers nothing. Through 4-5. Hero batter on Molina. Yes, he is a hero batter. So therefore, that is going to be a single to right field. And man, oh man, the hit parade just really keeps on going for the for the St. Louis Cardinals here as they get the lead man on for John Jay. Yep, main chart, 1-4. Yeah, so that'll be main chart again. 3-5-6. Same. We have a lefty versus lefty matchup. So yeah, when it's same, lefty versus lefty, righty versus righty. Since we have a lefty versus lefty matchup, it will be a strike three called. Runner will stay put at first base with one out. For Ryan Theriot to bat off the main chart. 5-6-6. Wild? No, Harrison is not wild. Good eye? Theriot does not have a good eye, so therefore that is going to be a strike three called. 2 quick outs after Harrison allowed the Molina to reach first. And we are going to go to the baseball right now chart. For Theriot, it's a 34. Cold batter. Unfortunately, he's neutral, so therefore it's his first plate appearance of the game. So therefore, it will be a fly out to right field. And that is going to do it for the second inning, the top half of the second here at the old ballpark in Arlington, with your score still at a big, fat goose egg. Michael Young will lead things off for the Rangers with a 1-2-2. Workman on Loesch. No. Champ or whiffer on Young. He's a semi-champion. The decider die says he's not. So therefore, that's going to be some outfield drama, folks. As we have a 26. It's outfield. Here we are. Center fielder Stoic. The center fielder in this game happened to be the center fielder in this contest for the Cardinals was John Jay. Jay is not Stoic. So therefore, 26 center fielder Stoic, no. So therefore, he will make the grab for the out. It'll be a fly out to center, as that'll bring up Adrian Beltre off the main chart. 1-1-2, flash. Kyle Loesch has semi-flash. The decider die says he does not. Sat sack on Beltre. No. That is going to be an official scorer's decision, and he will be safe at first base, but let's see how he got there. We'll roll the red die here. 2. Base hit off the glove of the second or shortstop. So we'll say it's off the glove of the shortstop as I go by handiness for the batters here. So it'll be a nub base hit for Adrian Beltre, and he is going to stay on at first base for Nelson Cruz. And we go back to the main chart. Again with a 1-1-2. Flash. He's a semi-flash. Again, the decider die says no. Sad sack on Cruz. Absolutely not. It's another official scorer's decision as Cruz will be safe at first, courtesy of a base hit off the first base or third baseman's glove. So it'll be a base hit off the third baseman's glove. Already two hits for the Texas Rangers here, as the official scorer here at the stadium is really feeling generous here. Those could have been errors, but instead they are base hits, as it'll be a back-to-back nubbed infield singles for both Beltre and Cruz, as we will have a mound visit for the Cardinals to calm down Kyle Loesch with 1 out here in the second inning here at the Rangers ballpark in Arlington for Game 3, as we replay Game 3 of the 2011 World Series as part of MLB Memorable Games, as we are highlighting Albert Pujols. With that being said, we are all back in order and we're all set to go. We roll on the main chart once more with a 4-6-6. Control, yes, Kyle Loesch. Oh man, Kyle Loesch does have control. It'll be a pitch red, single in the left. Runners will advance 2 bases on singles, so the Rangers are going to tack on the game's first run as they lead 1-0 over the Cardinals. The runner on second will score. The runner on first will go to third, and it'll be at the corners for David Murphy, as we will continue to roll off of the main chart here for the Rangers. 1-2-5. Struggler, currently he's not. Patient on Murphy. No, that is going to be a ground out to third unless he is a whiffer. He is not. So therefore, it'll be a ground out to third. So here's the play. They're going to go home to nab the runner at home. They're going to go 5-2-3 on the double play, and that is going to put the runner out at second base. They're going to nab the runner at home on a 5-2-3 double play. And yeah, I think that's probably the end of the inning there. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the end of the inning. So therefore, 5-2-3 will end the inning. So no matter what you want to look at it, it'll be a 5-2-3 double play to end the inning here at the old ballpark in Arlington, with your score: Rangers 1, Cardinals 0. 1-2-6. That's going to read fresh. Harrison, again, when I'm playing it as 3 full fresh and 3 semi-fresh. Since Harrison is still fresh, it'll be a line out to second base. And that is going to be the first out of the third. And that is going to bring up Alan Craig off the main chart. 1-4-5. Struggler, no. That's going to be a ground out to first or third base. And I usually go by the batter's right handiness. Since Craig is a right-hander, he will go 3. It'll be a ground out to third base. And there's the second out of the inning. And that is going to bring up Albert Pujols. Let's see if he can connect on one right here. 1-3-5. Oh, it's an unusual result. So it looks like we have a red 1 And I believe that is a red 1, black 3. Oh my goodness, memorable plays in the field. Here we go. We're going to roll the 2d6 here. 23. Third baseman gold. The third baseman is Adrian Beltre. He is gold. He will make a no. Makes a lunging nab of a well-hit ball, robbing Albert Pujols of a base hit. Wow! Adrian Beltre robs Albert Pujols of a base hit to keep this game at a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom half of the third inning. Your score is Rangers 1, Cardinals nothing. We have a triple twos. Satsak on Satsak on Torrealba. No, that is going to be a double to center unless he is a home run king. He is not a home run king, so it'll be a double to center, and we go to team chemistry with the runner on second base. And we do see that bullpen going for the for the Cardinals. Hopefully to keep this at a 1-0 game is Kyle Loesch. We go to the team chemistry chart, and again, everyone is being treated as neutral. 46. So again, pitching team decided they're not. We're going to infield drama, folks. 56 on infield. Whoops. Hang on a second here. Yes, on infield drama with a 56. First baseman gold. The first baseman in this game, I believe it was Pujols. And it was. Albert Pujols, are you gold? Unfortunately, you're not. So therefore, that is going to sail over his head. Batter is safe at first on an error. So it'll be an E5. Runner advances one base on groundouts, two base. So we had Stoic runner on second. He's not at first. Advances only to second, doubles. Oh, so that's only 2 outs. Sorry. So I believe this will be a 2-0 lead for the Texas Rangers, and that is going to put Ian Kinsler on at first base via the error. So an error on Pujols as we move back to the main chart. Excuse me, with a 2-2-3. Wild on Loesch. Currently he is, but unfortunately he's not. Slugger or utility on Andrews. No, that is going to be a single to left, active steals, and unfortunately, Andrews is a semi-active. It'll be runners advance one base on singles, two bases on doubles, and unfortunately, a base runner is occupying second base. So therefore, Andrews cannot afford to steal here. So we continue to roll on the main chart for Josh Hamilton. And again, this comes with nobody out. 146. Flash. Loesch has semi-flash, and this time, yes, he does. That'll be a strikeout unless Hamilton has a good eye, which in this case, he does not. So that'll be a strike him out. He will strike out swinging for Loesch and for the first out of the third. And we continue to roll on the main chart with a 4-4-6. Star. Kyle Loesch is a semi-star. However, the decider die says no. Satsak, utility, or patient. Michael Young is neither of those. That's going to be a single to right. Runners advance two bases, and that is going to bring home the third run of the ball game as the runner on second scores. The runner on first goes to third, and Michael Young is going to go to first base, and that's going to bring up Adrian Beltre, active steals. Michael Young is not active, so we are going to go to the player experience chart now. And we have a 13. Prospect pitcher. Unfortunately, Loesch is not a prospect. So therefore, that's going to be a ground out to third. and they are going to go 5-4-3. Yes, on a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning here at the old Rangers ballpark in Arlington, but not before the Rangers tack on two more runs. The score is now Rangers 3, Cardinals nothing. 2-3-4. Runners on base, no. Hot batter, unfortunately, Holiday is not hot. So therefore, that'll be a pop out to third base. And for that is going to be the first out of the inning for Lance Berkman. Triple ones. Ace on Harrison, no. Scrapper on Berkman, no. Say goodbye to that one, folks. It is not coming back. It is hit high, hit far, and Berkman just gave the Cardinals a chance to come back in this one. It is 3-1, courtesy of the home run from Lance Berkman. Into 6 on Freeze. Fresh, Harrison, we're in the semi-freshest innings now, so no. Satsack on Freeze. No. That is going to be a single pass second base. We're going to go to baseball right now. And man, oh man, Freeze is on first base for Yadier Molina off the baseball right now chart. 13. Cold pitcher, well, he just gave up the base hit to David Freese. He just gave up 2 straight hits. So therefore, I would say, yes, he is cold. So therefore, that'll be a hanging pitch smacked into center field by Yachty for a base hit. And that is going to put runners on at first and second with 1 out for John Jay. And it looks like, yep. Yeah, we are going to go back to the main chart. With a 1-2-3, both flash and fresh. Let's see here. Harrison has semi-flash. Unfortunately, we'll take this decider die for the no. And is he still fresh? He's not, so no. That'll be a ground out to short for a 6-4-3 double play to end things here in the top half of the fourth, but not before Lance Berkman gives the Cardinals their first run of the ball game. The score is now Rangers 3, Cardinals 1. One, 1-2, flash. He's a semi-flash pitcher. The decider die says yes, unless Cruz has good eye. He will avoid the strikeout to get the ground out. Unfortunately, Cruz does not have a good eye, so therefore it will be a strikeout for Kyle Loesch, and that will become the first out of this bottom half of the fourth inning. 1-5-6. Whiffer. Mike Napoli is a semi-whiffer. The decider die says yes, sir, he is. Make that back-to-back strikeouts now, and Loesch is firing on all cylinders now as David Murphy steps up to the plate off of the 1-5-6. Yes, off the main chart. 1-1-2. Flash. Kyle Loesch is semi-flash. The decider die says yes, he is, barring if Murphy has good eye. Unfortunately, David Murphy does not have good eye, so therefore it will be a strikeout as Kyle Loesch just pitched as he just struck out the side here in the bottom half of the fourth. We go to the fifth. The score is Rangers 3, Cardinals 1. 1-2-3, both flash and fresh. Harrison does have semi-flash. We'll take this decider die dot and say yes. What about, is he fresh though? Oh, he's not. So therefore, that is going to be a ground out to short, and I don't think this was a high error season. And I don't think it was. So therefore, that'll be a ground out to short for the first out of the fifth inning, of the top half of the fifth inning. 1-3-5. Oh, we got an unusual result, and it looks like it'll be a black 1. Let me just double check here. Oh, we have a black. This is interesting. Oh, we have a black 1 mini event show. Oh, it's for ballpark. Okay, so give me one quick second while I look up the ballpark qualities for the old ballpark in Texas at the old Rangers ballpark in Arlington. Timeout. And we are back as I looked up I took a second to look up the ballpark qualities for the old Rangers ballpark in Arlington, aka Globe Life Park in Arlington. It was a hot mess in that ballpark, but again, it is what it is. When you're out down in Texas, you gotta really have the AC going. So it looks like we have a ballpark check of a 16. Is Rangers ballpark a small ballpark? We have a switch hitter up at the plate against a left-handed pitcher. Usually for call will bat right-handed against lefties. And Rangers ballpark for right-handers is a small ballpark. Oh my, my goodness, by inches, just clears the foul pole for a home run. As for call, gives the, oh, wait a second. Small ballpark I just want to make sure here. It's a right-handed batter up at the plate. Yeah. So, yes, I read that correctly. Yep. It is a small ballpark, so it just clears the left field foul pole for a home run. Man, oh man, the Cardinals are now bringing the heat now as they are within 1 run. The score is now 3-2 in favor of the Rangers as we head back to the main chart with a 3-4-6. Eager on Craig. He is a semi-eager batter. The decider die says no. That is going to be a walk and an active steals. Unfortunately, Craig is not an active runner, so therefore he will take first base via the walk, and that'll prompt a mound visit by Yorvi Torrealba and the pitching coach to calm down Matt Harrison, as we do see both pens in action, as this will probably be the last inning for both of these starters. And again, with 1 out in the inning, thanks to Terrio, and now for call, hit a solo home run, just clearing the foul, just barely clearing the foul pole and left, as the Cardinals tack on a run to make it 3-2 Rangers. They're looking to make some noise here with a runner on first, and of course, our highlighted player of the day for Cinco de Mayo week, as part of this spectacular Cinco de Mayo week for the History Maker Baseball Express Hour, and Albert Pujols. Let's see what he can do, as he says we're all set and ready to go, and we're rolling off the team chemistry charts with a 24. Batting team harmony, of course, everyone is being treated as neutral, so therefore it will be some outfield drama. With a 33, left fielder gold. The left fielder is Josh Hamilton. He is not gold, so therefore that'll be a base hit, as Pujols was robbed of a base hit the last time, but he gets one back here in this plate appearance, as he will lace a base hit into left, putting Craig on at second base for Matt Holliday. 33. I just wanted to make sure. Left fielder goal. Yeah, it'll be a solid single in the left, holding the batter at first base. So we go back to the main chart with a 2-5-6. Struggler, unfortunately, Harrison currently right now is not. Champion or patient on holiday? No. That is going to be some infield drama, folks. We have an 11, pitcher iron. It looks like Matt Harrison is not iron, so therefore he will make makes a good stab at the mound for an easy ground out. They'll allow Craig to go to first. They'll nab Pujols at second. So it will be let's see here. Makes an easy stab at the mound for a ground out. They choose. Well, Pujols probably is the slowest runner. I think they would nab him, but instead, I think they're going to allow to go to first. So a 1-3 putout will advance the runners to second and third for Lance Berkman. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So with that being said, we go back to the main chart with a 1-4-6. Flash, Harrison has semi-flash. The decider die says, and I forgot, it's 2 outs. And this will be the third because Lance Berkman, or excuse me, Matt Harrison will have flash, semi-flash, and according to the decider die, he does. So therefore, it will be a strikeout unless Berkman has good eye. In this case, he does not. So therefore, the Cardinals tack on another run. It's now 3-2 in favor of the Texas Rangers as we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Garvey Torrealba will lead things off with a 2.55. And either way, this will be both starters' last inning of work. We have star. Loesch is a semi-star, and the decider die says no. Home run king. Torrealba is not a home run king, so therefore that's going to be a fly out to left for the first out of the inning here in the bottom half of the 5th for the Texas Rangers, and that's going to bring up Ian Kinsler. 1.55. Home run king. Kinsler is a semi-home run king. The decider die says he is. That will be gone, folks. Ian Kinsler deposits one into the bleachers in left as it is now 4-2 Texas, as Texas now takes a 4-2 lead over the St. Louis Cardinals. We have 4-4, Scrapper on Andrews. He's a semi-scrapper. The decider die says yes, he is. That'll be a solid base hit into left field. And we do see that bullpen going. And again, this is the final innings for both these starters here in this one. As we continue to roll off of the off of the main chart. With a 1-1-6. Fresh, he's semi-fresh. The decider die says, yes, he is. Strike 3 call, says the home plate umpire for the Cardinals here, as Loesch will collect yet another strikeout in this one, and we will bring up the DH, Michael Young. 2-3-6. Double controller dynamic. Unfortunately, Kyle Loesch is neither dynamic, neither is he double control. Is the pitcher batting? No, we're in an American League Stadium. So therefore, it will be a base on balls, putting the runner at second base, allowing Michael Young to go to first. And that is going to bring up Adrian Beltre off of the main chart. 1, 2, 3. And we have both flash and fresh. Loesch has semi-flash. The decider die says he doesn't. Is he still fresh, though? He is. So either way, that's not happening. So therefore, it will be a ground out to short, and they will go right to first. And that is going to be it for the first 5 innings here at the old Rangers ballpark in Arlington. Your score after the first 5 innings of play, as we take a look now at our mid-game summary presented by your favorite Biddy Beer products And again, we remind you, if you choose to drink bitty beer, please remember to drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste at a bitty price. It's bitty beer as the Rangers hang on to a 4-2 lead over the St. Louis Cardinals. And we are back here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington for the top half of the sixth inning and for the remainder of this game, as we have a new pitcher out on the mound for the Texas Rangers, and it will be Mike Gonzalez, as he has the workman and semi-flash qualities. But for this at-bat against David Freese, he will have the full extent use of getting the flash quality. So with that being said, the score is Texas 4, St. Louis 2, as we head to the top half of the sixth, and David Freese is going to lead us off here for the top half of the sixth in a 4-2 game with Texas leading the way. We have triple twos, and that is going to be sad sack on Freese. No, that's going to be a double to center unless he is a home run king. And unfortunately, David Freese is not a home run king, so he is going to start things off with a double. And that is going to bring up Yadier Molina off of the team chemistry chart. 44, pitching team to Sonnet. Well, again, everyone is being treated as neutral. So therefore, it'll be a deep fly out to center field, all the way at the wall, to the track, to the wall, and it looks like that David Murphy is going to make the catch right up against the wall as Yadier Molina gave it a ride. And it looks like runners will hold on flyouts. So that's what David Freese is going to do. And we go back to the main charts. 44, yes. To the main chart for John Jay's at bat with a 2.36. Double controller dynamic. Mike Gonzalez is neither. Pitcher batting. Unfortunately, we're in an American League Stadium for this memorable game. And unfortunately, that is going to be a walk. And that is going to put runners on first and second for Ryan Theriot. Let's see if he can pull out the big guns to send this pitch over the wall and give the Cardinals a chance to grab the lead. 2.55. Star. Mike Gonzalez is not a star. Home run king. Theriot is not a home run king, but it will be a fly out to left. Let's see here. Active runner. So David Freese is on second. He's a semi-stoic. Jay is on first. So it looks like they will stay put. So it'll be another fly out. And the runners will remain put at their bases. And we stay on the main chart. 2.55. Yes, we stay on the main chart with a 1.25. Struggler, unfortunately, no. Patient, Theriot is not patient, so therefore it'll be a ground out to third unless he is a whiffer. Theriot is not a whiffer, so therefore it'll be a ground out to short, and a good job well done by the Texas Rangers defense to keep the Cardinals at bay. Your score remains 4-2 in favor of the Texas Rangers in this latest installment for MLB Memorable Games. Adrian Beltre will lead things off for Texas, and of course the manager will stick around with Kyle Loesch for one more inning here. As Beltre gets a 3.56, same righty versus righty? Yes, sir, we do. So therefore, that is going to be a strikeout. And no matter what happens, Loesch is going to be coming out of this game right after this bottom of the sixth. We stay put on the main chart. 3-5-6. Yes, we stay on the main chart with a 3-3-5. Wild. Loesch is not wild. Satsack on Cruz. No. That is going to be a single to right stolen base, and Stoic runner will hold, but unfortunately, Nelson Cruz will get the single plus the stolen base, so he will be on second base for Mike Napoli. One, two, three. That is going to be both Flash and Fresh. Yes to Flash. Is he fresh? He's not. So either way, it'll be a ground out to short. So it'll be a very quick and easy 5-3 double play, 5 unassisted 3 double play to end the sixth inning here at the old Rangers ballpark in Arlington, with the score remaining 4-2 in favor of the Texas Rangers. Gonzalez is still out there as we resume play here in the top half of the seventh. With a 1-1-3, Acer dynamic. Gonzalez is neither. Slugger on for call. He is a slugger, so therefore that is going to be a double to left. We're not using the home run legend advanced option. So with that being said, it will be a double to left for Rafi for call. And that is going to bring up Alan Craig off of the main chart. 166, workmen are gilded. Gonzalez is a workman. That is going to be a single. And that'll be runners at the corners for guess who? Albert Pujols. As that bullpen for the Texas Rangers is going at it, scrambling and hurrying to get loose as we head to the player experience chart. With a 26 icon pitcher, Mike Gonzalez is an icon. So therefore, experience with the batter, he will strike out Albert Pujols. Man, oh man. With the first out, and that is going to bring back Matt Holliday off of the men on base chart. And we will go off the main chart once more with a 2-3-4. Runners on base, you bet. There's going to be some plate drama, folks. There could be a play at the plate. 23. Catcher iron. The catcher for this game is Yorvi Torrealba. He is not iron, so therefore it'll be a low and away for ball one. And that is going to bring up runners on first and third. Umpire calls. Charts. Here we are. With a 24, respected umpire at second. We do not. So therefore, other umpires rule safe. Batter is out, but the run will score. So in this case here, it'll be it'll probably be a 6-4 fielder's choice. A run will score, making it 4-3 Rangers. And it will be runners at first base. 24, yes. So batter is out. So that means, batter is out. So 6. It will be a 6-3 put out. Runner goes to second, and the run will score. It's a 4-3 ball game as we bring up Lance Berkman. And my goodness, folks, the Texas Rangers manager is coming out of that dugout. He is not wasting time here. He is going to go to that pen, and we'll see who that is after we take this quick timeout. And it looks like the Texas Rangers manager is going to bring in Mark Lowe, as he was warming up in the bullpen just a little while ago before this inning began, just in case Mike Gonzalez ran into some trouble. And yes, sir, he did. So that is going to bring up Lance Berkman, as Mark Lowe will face off against Lance Berkman off of the main charts. 256. Struggler, no. Champ or patient? Berkman is a semi-patient. The decider die says he's not. We got a little infield drama, folks. There we go. 13. Third baseman, iron. The third baseman is Adrian Beltre. He is not iron. So therefore, that'll be a routine ground out to... There'll be a double play, but they... Active runners. There's one out. So Beltre will do us a favor and look the runner back to second base, keeping Holiday on at second, or excuse me, not Holiday, keeping Pujols on at second base. So therefore, that is going to be 2 outs, and that is going to bring up David Freese off of the main chart here in the top half of the 7th. 145. Struggler, no. That is going to be a routine ground out to first or third base, and he will ground out to first, telling Mark Lowe, I got this, and we head to the stretch with the score, Rangers 4, Cardinals 3. And a nice, nice, rousing rendition of God Bless America was sung, along with a great chorus to take me out to the ball game here for Game 3 of the World Series as part of our MLB Memorable Games episode as we wrap up Cinco de Mayo week, as we are featuring the best players in Major League Baseball to wear the number 5 on the back of their jersey. With that being said, we have a new pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals, and that is going to be Octavio Dotel, as he has semi-star, double flash, and double control, and he will be the first pitcher to face off against Mike Napoli here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 4-5-6. Patient on Napoli. He's a semi-patient batter. The decider die says he is not. So therefore, that is going to be a fly out to center. And that'll be the first out of the 7th inning. And that is going to bring up David Murphy off the team chemistry chart. And again, everyone is being treated neutral throughout this inaugural season of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. Pitching team to Sonnet. Well, again, no. So it'll be a ground out to short. And there are 2 quick outs, and that is going to bring up the catcher, Yorvit Torrealba. And that is going to come off the main chart with a 1-4-6. Flash. Oh, Dotel has semi-flash. Or excuse me, has double flash, excuse me. He will get the strikeout. But does Torrealba have good eye? Unfortunately, he does not. So therefore, he will get the huge strikeout, keeping this a 1-run contest. We head to the 8th. Your score is is Rangers 4 and the Cardinals 3. Mark Lowe will stay put in the on the mound as we still see the bullpen active for both pens being active still, as the Cardinals and Rangers are going at it here for this latest installment of MLB Memorable Games as we revisit Game 3 of the 2011 World Series. We will lead things off with Yadier Molina off the main chart. We have a 3-5-6. Same righty versus righty. Yes, that'll be a strikeout for Yadier Molina, and that is going to bring up John Jay. 2-3-4. Runners on base? No. Pot batter? No. That is going to be a pop out to third base for the second out of the inning, and that is going to bring up Ryan Theriot off the main chart. 246. Control. Low does not have control. Eager or sad sack? Terrio is a semi-eager. The decider die says he's not. That is going to be a base on balls as Terrio gets on first base. Oh my goodness. For Rafael for call. And that is going to keep us on the main chart here, folks. With a 3-4-4 prospect, unfortunately for call is not a prospect. Patient, or low, it's not a prospect. I'm sorry. Patient on for call. He is not patient. That'll be a pop out to second base. And that is going to do it for the top half of the eighth. Your score remains 4-3 in favor of the Texas Rangers here in this latest installment of MLB Memorable Games. Savio Dotel keeps going out there on the mound with a 1-2-4. Control, he has double control, so therefore that'll be a ground out to short for Kinsler, and I do believe to Andrews as well. Yeah, I believe so. So Kinsler is out, Andrews is out, so therefore that's 2 quick outs, and that is going to bring up Josh Hamilton off the main chart. 1-3-5. It's an unusual result. We have a blue 1. So let's see here. It's an umpire check, and it's umpire bases empty check. Yes, blue 1. The bases are empty. Blue, do us a favor. Give us the call. We have a 22. Respected umpire at third base. We do not. Oh, man, oh, man. 22, so no. Umpire incorrectly rules foul ball. Oh my gosh. Call that. That is really, really crucial, folks. The fans here do not like it. Oh my word. Wow. We head back to the main charts with a 1-5-6. Whiffer. Josh Hamilton is not a whiffer, so therefore that's going to be some outfield drama. Man, oh man, oh man. 44. Center fielder iron. The center fielder in this game for game 3 of this of the 2011 World Series was left fielder was Matt Holliday. Let me just double check on the roll. 44. It was yeah, it was outfield drama. 44 center fielder. So the center fielder was actually John Jay. Let me just double check here. We had, yes, outfield drama. So 44 center fielder iron. Jay is not iron, so therefore that'll be a running grab for a dramatic fly out to center field. My goodness, folks, the fans here are not liking that. They're booing the third base umpire so bad. Ron Washington is coming out of the dugout, and the third base umpire says, "Do not come out here. Do not come out here." And you know what? You want to say something? He is gone. Ron Washington has been ejected from this ball game for not calling. Josh Hamilton was for sure going to get a base hit. And my goodness, that swung the momentum in the corner and into the dugout of the St. Louis Cardinals as we head to the 9th inning. Your score is Rangers 4, Cardinals 3. We are going to take a quick timeout to allow the new pitcher to come into the ball game as we head to the top half of the 9th inning. Timeout. Man, oh man, just the way that everyone here in the ballpark really did not like the call of the third base umpire incorrectly calling a foul ball on Josh Hamilton. Ron Washington was lucky enough to get Josh Hamilton away from the third base umpire, and he took full advantage to really give him a mouthful. But we now have a new pitcher out on the mound as Ron Washington is out of the game as he was ejected from this one, keeping Josh Hamilton in the game. As we have Darren Oliver now on the mound to wrap things up here in the ninth inning. But my word, folks, man, oh man, oh man, oh man. The St. Louis Cardinals have all the momentum now going into this half inning. Let's see if they can capitalize with Alan Craig due to lead things off here in the top half of the ninth inning. 2, 3, 4. Runners on base? No, we just started the top half of the ninth. Hot batter? No, we're not taking full advantage of if he's hot or not. So therefore, that is going to be a pop out to third base. And there is one away for Albert Pujols. Let's see if he can connect on one here. 1-4-5. Struggler? No. That'll be a ground out to first or third base. I usually go by the batter's left handiness. So therefore, since he is a right-handed hitter, that'll be a ground out to third base. 2 gone now as Matt Holliday will step up to the plate. And it's a 1-2-3. Flash and fresh. He has flash, and he is considered fresh. That is going to be the ball game, folks. Your final score is going to be none other than the Rangers 4 and the Cardinals 3. The Rangers hang on to win this MLB edition of MLB Memorable Games, again, by the final score of 4-3. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode of MLB Memorable Games as we featured Game 3 of the 2011 World Series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Texas Rangers that we highlighted for Albert Pujols as we hopefully dug in a little bit deeper into the Albert Pujols game. Well, it seems we ran out of time for this week and for today, but never fear, let's see what's coming up next time here on the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. And it looks like since rivalry weekend is coming up next weekend, we're going to have our little rivalry weekend of our own in the upcoming week ahead, as we are going to feature our first of 4 rivalry weeks here for the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. And this week, we're going to feature Crosstown Rivals. Our first Crosstown rivalry will be a part of the latest edition of Rivalry Night as we rewind the clock back to 2016 as we feature the Crosstown Cup matchup between the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Cubs. Who will walk away from this matchup and the Crosstown Cup? Well, I guess you're going to have to tune in next time here on the History Maker Baseball Express Hour. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the History Maker Baseball Express Hour, played with Full Play History Maker Baseball, a baseball league baseball simulation board game, your own baseball legacy on your game table. It is a property of Play Games LLC, copyright 2013, all rights reserved.